You guys, we have had the best day. You might actually, if you don't follow us on social media, it may be worth.
You might want to start today.
It may be worth a view. There are some ridiculous things that happened, and one left me a little bit injured. But we have been in the most amazing trainings ever all day. Then we had team building, and now we're just like having a little happy hour situation together. So welcome to our happy hour.
Cheers. Cheers.
We are here to talk about objections today, and it's so funny because I'm like, all right, guys, let's talk about objections. Like, started a conversation like, what were your objections? What were my objections? And so we don't want to just like tell you guys the same objections over again. And it's like, I had a freaking laundry list of objections. Like, it really took me a long time to come around to this opportunity, and it took all of us. Oh, hey, Brittany!
Hi, Amy.
We all had our own set of objections and issues, and we all are just, hey, Amy!
Hi, Jesse!
We all just took a little while to come around to this, but we all regret that. Like, we all just wish we had done it sooner. So Jess, let's start with you.
Okay.
What were your big issues?
So my biggest, I touched on a little bit in my story, was that I was a trainer, CrossFit trainer, a boot camp instructor, I owned NJ Fit Mom. So I didn't want to be that like salesy person that was like peddling something and like pushing products and looking anything less than legit, anything less than the trainer who I was for the last 7 years, that wholehearted trainer who cared about people's health and wanted them healthy. I didn't want the stigma of like, now I'm just going to be selling shit, and also I had, and I had, there are some people near to me who were doing this very differently than how we do it, and the stuff they were putting out there, it wasn't it was used car salesy, and it wasn't cool, and I didn't want to be doing that. So anyway, like I said, I tested the whole thing out beforehand and did it myself, and then what I realized was there's nothing to sell. There's no products, there's nothing, you're not pushing anything. It's, you are offering a solution to people, you're offering community, you're offering connection, you're offering them you as a coach to get the best of you and to have you every day and have this accountability with other women and connection. And so you're really giving women so much more than a nutrition plan or exercise workouts or whatever. So when I realized that I could focus on that and share that with people, it got me over that hump of feeling like this was just going to be some salesy, like icky thing where I'm like, hey, shakes, I drink shake, stuff like that. So,
and that's such a small part of what we do. Like the shake, don't get me wrong, I freaking love it. It changed my life, but like it's such a small part of all of this. I came from a fitness background too, and so I went from a Beachbody hater to someone who just like needed help, and I had to come around to like feeling like a hypocrite because I was such a Beachbody hater. But what it was is that I was just ignorant about the programs. Like I didn't know about these amazing nutrition programs, and I didn't know that people could really get these kinds of results. So I had kind of the same thing. Hannah.
I was very different. I did not have some like Beachbody like judgy skepticism. Of course I was a little skeptic when I first started, but I wasn't like a Beachbody hater. But what I was mostly worried about was kind of the same thing, but like selling to my friends and like my friends feeling like I needed them to buy these products and do these things and sign up for my accountability groups.
Yes. That idea, like when you do MLM, that's all you do is you sell to all your friends, right? Like that's what you do. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Like people hide from you.
Right, exactly. Like everyone's gonna, yeah. That's what you have a party and you like sell to all your friends. Yeah.
That's what I was like most worried about. And my social media following was very small at the time, like 200 to maybe 300 Instagram followers. And so they were like my very closest friends. And I didn't want to be salesy to them. And I didn't know like how to use social media to market and market my accountability groups. I wasn't sure where to start. But the great thing is like we have so many trainings in our team trainings. Beachbody's got so many trainings on how to get started and where to go and how to best leverage your social media. I'm now like 2.5 years later have over 5,000 followers, and actually my entire team is built off people I've met off social media. And Katie and I had met at a baby shower years ago, but like only reconnected because of social media. Yeah. And like my other 4 top coaches on our team, I met through social media. Brittany and I went to high school together, but she was a grade above me. Went to a very large high school. We didn't know each other. We met through mutual friends on Facebook. And so that was just, it's not selling to your friends. Of course, some of my friends and family members helped me get started. But now, like, all of my clients
And wanted your help.
and wanted my help, of course.
Yeah.
But like all of my clients and all my coaches are people I've met off social media and who are now like my best friends. And these girls included.
I mean, you guys, we are here in Vegas at this leadership retreat conference because we are top coaches. And so you joining one of our teams means that you get training from the top coaches. We all work together. We all run our own teams, but we are always collaborating and acting as success partners and working together. So like you literally have to know nothing.
Well, and also like what happens in
you.
my business has nothing to do with Erin, but she and I work as though we are, we mentor each other and each other's coaches. So even if you don't sign up with one of the 4 of us, then one of our coaches brought you here, you get access to all of us.
Yeah.
It's not just whoever brought you here.
And the other thing that I was just thinking, as you were saying that our team does so well and so differently, and I think that's why we have so many successful coaches on our team, is it's not like, like cookie cutter, this is what you do, this is what you have to do. We really work on being able to make it Katie Moore's thing. And what about Katie Moore is she doing? Like what are her skills as a coach? And then these are some tools she uses instead of Katie Moore selling Beachbody. Does that make sense?
Right. I mean,
like,
this is NJ. Am I pointing the right way?
I know.
You're like in the reverse.
it's like taking you and what you have to offer, and then you've got these other tools to help you reach people.
I mean, I think about NJ Fit Mom, which is the perfect example because she owned NJ Fit Mom for how many years?
7.
And she is still NJ Fit Mom. Like that is her brand. She just partners with Beachbody for these tools. So it's awesome. Katie, you go.
Yeah. So when I started, I started in November and I was 50 pounds heavier. And
10 months ago, guys.
10 months ago. And so when I started, I was like, I kind of fumbled forward. I was on Hannah's team and I was like watching her do this. And I was like, I just want to help women. I don't know anything, but help me. I want to do this. And it just snowballs, you guys. Like I always say this, like I ask my friends and my family and they ask their friends and family and it just kind of builds. And I always say this, I have 0 background in nutrition, 0 background in fitness. But I have a passion for helping people and that's all it takes. It's heart, hustle, and a passion for helping others. So all I do is teach people what I've done. And honestly, like it's not hard. Like it's fun because it's a job, but it's not hard to coach. You don't have to be this like, fitnessy person.
And Katie didn't look like this.
Tell them when you like.
I was about to say you had success early on, even though you were 50 pounds
yeah.
heavier.
I mean, I walked in and I did all the things. I mean, they told me what to do and I did all the things. And so people think I'm an anomaly because I did it quickly, but it's just, I'm coachable.
Most of you have probably seen Katie and you don't even realize you've seen her pictures because she looks so different than when she started, but like a lot of coaches don't want to start when they feel like they're super overweight and they're not where they want to be and like who's going to come to me for a coach. And I think because you put all your stuff out there as you were going through it.
My people were on my journey with me.
Attracted so many people to you.
Right.
It was like they wanted to be on it.
I didn't wait to post. I literally I did it for like 2 weeks and I put a post.
You should put one of your pictures under.
I will. I'll put one in here. Yeah.
Actually, it's in the transformation.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I had some of the same thing going on. Like I'm not at the end of my journey yet. When I get my before and after to look like Katie Moore's, then I can be a Beachbody coach. So give me, I told my coach Moira, like, give me a couple months. I will get to my goal and then I can start coaching. And she's like, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that version of you. They want
Fitness Barbie.
Yeah, no one wants Fitness Barbie. They just want you. And I struggle and I pick myself back up and I lean into my group because they are on this journey with me. Whether I'm at my goal or not. And to be 1000% honest, I have built this 6-figure income on being relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Nobody wants perfect. They just want me. And it was so weird, coming to that realization that I was enough. Anyway, my big thing my big objection, honestly, besides being a hypocrite and not being, I had all the objections. Okay. Was I just really cared deeply what other people think of me. And
I think we all,
all
women can relate to that, right?
And I think people
judgment.
think that I'm I think people think I'm this hard ass and I don't know, I'm really deeply sensitive and I truly care what people think. And realizing that this for my family and what it would bring to my family was worth overcoming that, and what it would do for my life and my friendships and my marriage and all of that. Like walking through that fear of what other people think of me, what that's done for not only me, but the butterfly effect of what that's done for my coaches whose lives are changing, my challengers I'm saving their marriages, they're getting off their anti-anxiety meds, I'm pulling them out of their postpartum depression. We are on this journey together. And like, this isn't really about me and my fears. Like I've got to walk through that fear of what other people think so that I can help people, because that is what this is all about for me.
Yeah, for sure. And I think you have to remember, as coaches, it's so hard to walk through. But I mean, everybody here, like, you know, if you've done a group with us, right? Like, you know how people are so grateful for these groups and for these coaches, and think, you know, so if you're already working with one of us, like, think like you're like, thank you Jess, thank you Hannah, thank you for bringing this into my life. It's a game changer, you know, it's a life changer. And so if we don't push through the fears and you know,
it's bigger than us.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I want you to talk about Brittany for a second. Brittany's not here. It's devastating.
It's so devastating. She needs to be here. She will be next year. But Brittany is a full-time dentist in Atlanta, making, you know, 6 figures. She does not need
From her dentistry.
From her dentistry,
Yeah.
yes. I'm sorry. From her dentistry. She does not need the money. And, you know, she was a college athlete too, so she knew the things that needed to be done. And she fits this into her pockets of her day. You know, she's very busy. You know, she's got a lot going on. And she is still a very successful coach because she works very hard and very smart in pockets of her day.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think if I don't have a lot of time to devote to this, like I'm too busy
Then I
because I already have a full-time job, or I have this many kids that I can't work. And the thing is, if you knew all of the women on our team, like everybody, you know, people do it in their pockets. You know, that's the
We're all
gift
too
of
busy.
this. Yeah,
We have
Everybody's
9
busy.
children between the 4 of us.
Yes, that's
You
true.
can-
There's
is that
9
true?
children.
Yeah.
Yes.
you know, you can figure out what your time allotment is, and what time you have, and where you want to fit that in, and how you want to do it. You don't have to run it like we run it. You know,
And
or
I
like,
had that too, because I at the time was struggling hardcore with postpartum anxiety, as I've told you guys like 20 times by now. But I had three little girls under 3, and I was struggling to like make it through every day. And I remember sitting my husband down at the dinner table, like, I think I owe it to myself to give this thing a try. And he's like, Erin, do what you want, babe, but you are anxious. You're not good. You're barely making it through the day. How could you possibly want to add something to your plate? And I totally understand that. And it was a valid concern, but it's so counterintuitive. But by adding this to my plate, it healed me. It made me better. And so, no, I didn't have time. And nobody has time.
Nobody has time.
But I chose this thing that has changed everything for me. So,
and it
Katie
makes
and I
you
also
more.
have-
Sorry, that's okay.
Katie and I also don't really have childcare. I mean, their kids
Mornings,
are in school-ish.
Day out. Yeah.
She's got, you know,
Great.
part-time.
Yeah.
But we work in pockets. We work during nap time and we work after bedtime. This is not something where you have to work and commit like 8 hours a day to it. And we're all, extremely successful in this business, working in pockets throughout the day.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. No, exactly. I know Katie does it like in an hour a day when her kids
I mean,
nap. Like,
yeah.
that's
1 to
amazing
2
what this
hours, yeah.
lady can do in a freaking hour. It blows my mind. But
Yeah.
no, I was just, you were talking. Oh, no, Erin was talking. I was going to say the other thing. It does. It's freaking
You
amazing.
can save this video.
Is it? It also makes you so much more accountable to your journey when you go
Yes.
on this coaching side of it.
That's
and
why Brittany did
and
it.
you've got people you're guiding. That's exactly why Brittany did it. Yeah, she said, I couldn't do it for myself. I needed to be like guiding somebody else and linking arms and like, let's do this together. And so that piece,
When
that's
I
really
don't
not
want to show up
objection.
for
That's
myself,
not
I show up for
objection.
my
It's
team.
just
I
made
show
me
up
think
for my
of it.
people.
all right,
Hey, let's
we'll
go.
we'll
Look at
wrap this
We're
up.
under 15. We're so good.
All right,
Yeah.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
guys.
I'm empty.
Cheers. Brittany did her
Oh.
video about
I
what
know.
to do next. So that's in here.
Yes,
So
I
just
think she did it earlier.
Yeah, she did
and
it,
we will all
so
be reaching out. Your
reach
coach will
out,
be reaching
reach
out to
to
you. And
us.
y'all, honestly, we all have objections. We're all skeptical. It's
Right.
worth it.
And be here with us next year.
Yes,
Guys,